A little earlier, patient came and I measured her blood sugar level and it was 23. It's so super high. She had a little food like rice, bread 4 hours ago. If she came 2 hours earlier, it could have been 32 or plus because she had her meal at 7 o'clock and she came after 4 plus hours later. So the thing is that when you have taken food and after 2 hours, if you have it measured, then you'll find the highest blood sugar level. It's not always the same, but it's very likely that this is the case. So she got such a high level of blood sugar because she has sugar a lot and she doesn't have muscle. The thing is that when you do not have food, when you have, suppose, 2000 calories and you burn 3000 calories, then what happens? It makes up with your muscle. Muscle is compromised. When you do not have sufficient amount of calorie, you will lose your muscle. Atrophy will start. So this is horrible. You cannot lose muscle. The more muscle you have, the better metabolism it will work. So muscle is essential, but it's very difficult to maintain your muscle when you get older. It's very difficult when you have bad food. It's difficult when you have contaminated food. It's very difficult. What happens when you take fish? Fish is full of bad foods. What happens? A lot of bad things are given in the pond and the fishes you see have all the bad stuff, and that's how their flesh doesn't work, right? So when you are talking about broiler chicken, it's very bad, very dangerous. So the thing is that you have to have protein, but the protein must have to be in a very good shape, right? You cannot have contaminated, you cannot have all those rubbish meat. So meat is best, fish is best, the eggs are best, but the thing is that you have to have best kind of eggs, the organic eggs. It can be duck eggs, it can be chicken eggs, no problem. Thing is that you have to have eggs so that you don't need to have rice or bread. When you have a lot of nuts, a lot of chicken, eggs. So what happens? Eggs very important, nuts are very important, sweet potatoes very important, the pumpkin, that is the fruit, that's very important. So the thing is that you have to have as little as possible, but the thing is that you have to find out how many calories you burn. It's very difficult for you to understand how many calories you burn, but the thing is that in common sense you have to have a lot of good food. You don't need to have rice and bread. Rice and bread will only higher your blood sugar level. They will super raise your blood sugar level. At the same time, they will work nothing. There's no vitamin, there's no mineral, very little. So it's just the calorie that you have. The more work you have, the more you burn your calorie. To make up your calorie, to stop compromising your muscle, you need sugar, you need bread, you need uh, rice. But if you have a lot of calorie by eating sweet potato, pumpkin, so many other good stuff, then everything is fine. Eggs, fantastic. Nuts, fantastic. Nuts, even the best among 1000 foods. So the thing is that she has 23. That's too high. That's too high. It's all because she has only bread and rice. She doesn't have good food. Milk has a lot of sugar, but doesn't matter because milk has better sides. So you have to understand that sugar level will rise. It's true, but at the same time, you need to have your kind of calorie. You need to have good food so that your protein intake is all right, so that your muscle is fine. So muscle is absolutely fantastic. The thing is that she went to a local shop and she had it measured long back and it was 22. I said that that machine I checked, when it is 22 in his machine, my machine will read kind of 33, and my machine has been checked with medical places. I have had my uh, glucometer tested in two hospitals, and they have found that the hospital results are the same. Suppose you given blood, so they take blood and you also put some blood on your slide and you see the result. When that result comes, you compare and you'll find that the results the same. The same way I measured 4 machines at Shola Maleka Mode, and I found that all machines give much lower blood sugar level, right? So Yakubai went, then he came back and he was horrified because he had hypo. I said, but cool down, don't worry. I know that machine. When it's 5, they will show, that machine will show 3. So the same thing has happened. His machine showed 3 point, and when I measured it was 5. So the thing is that their machines I have checked with mine, and I told them that change these machines, but they haven't changed yet. They don't care. They don't care. That's the problem. And the thing is that food is very important. You have to have the best kind of food. You have to have exercises. You have to sleep well. Uh, it's better to sleep 8 hours every day, but it's not always possible. And those who are getting older get lower amounts of sleep. That's the problem. So you try your best to sleep well, you try your best to keep your tension under control, you try your best to move as much as you can, so try your best to have as little sugar as possible. So that's the way you can solve the problem. So what I say is that bananas very good for your health, especially for the potassium. A lot of potassium, 300 milligram potassium in one banana, and you need 4700 milligram of potassium. So it compensates your potassium deficiency, but it raises your blood sugar level. So it's all right. You can have all food in moderation, no problem, but try to have better food so that you can get all vitamins and minerals together so that you can get better. So muscle is a serious point. If you have certain amount of muscle, then what will happen? It will raise the metabolic system better. So the better you have metabolic system, the better your body will take care of your blood sugar level. Even when you have taken 100 gram of sugar, your blood sugar level is all right. But one who has taken just 10 grams of sugar will have her or his blood sugar level highest because of metabolic system. It's because you do not take exercise, you do not sleep well, you do not keep your tension under control, you do not have intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting means 12 hours at least. You don't have to have any food. You can have water. You can have without sugar and milk, tea, coffee, and green tea, no problem. But you have to have at least 12 hours without any food. This is quite normal. But if you do not have food for 20 hours, that's very nice. Maybe standard is 20 hours, but it's not possible all the time. Doesn't much matter. You have to have a way good food, good exercise, good sleep, and tension under control.